How's it going, everybody? This is Alex Caceres, and you're listening to Story of the Fight.
What is up, Will?
What up, what up?
Welcome, everybody, to Story of the Fight. My name is Umar. That's my boy, Will. So we talk all things combat sports. Today, we will be covering UFC 324, the launch on Paramount. But before we do, I want to remind everybody, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Goes a long way. We're trying to reach 20,000 subscribers. I don't even know what we're at right now, Will. What are we at?
17 something.
Hey, we're steadily climbing.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there. If you don't like watching, I don't know why you wouldn't like watching, but if you just want to listen, there's other ways, right, Will?
Yeah, if you just want to listen, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Podcasts, pretty much anywhere podcasts are found, you can get the audio. But we highly suggest video because you get to see us. We'll throw pictures in. We'll show clips of the fights. It's just a better show if you watch it. And then if you're on YouTube or Twitch, you can also be in the live chat like Keith here, bright and early, already here.
Shut up.
You don't get that on Apple Podcasts. You don't get that on Spotify. So you can be part of the show if you watch on YouTube. And then follow us on social media. It's just at Story of the Fight on pretty much everything. If you go to storyofthefight.com, it'll list them all. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, everywhere. At Story of the Fight. Story of the Fight.
I love it. Your boy is freezing over here, Will.
Yeah, that Texas cold snap, huh?
I want to say it's like a crispy 15 degrees right now, maybe
Yeah,
around
I can see
there.
your breath.
Your boy's heater's not working. So we'll get through this, though. We're going to make it.
Yes.
We're going to make it. But you know what? What gets me going, Will? Talking some fights. Dude, we haven't had an opportunity to talk fights together for some time, huh?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. So yeah. It feels good, even in this 15-degree weather, to be on here and say, hey, let's talk about UFC 324.
Let's do it.
Hey, the launch on Paramount, I mentioned it earlier. I think that before we start talking about the fights, well, we should probably just give a grade, maybe on the card, but also for Paramount's first show.
Yeah, I think so. Automatically, it's above ESPN Plus just because I had zero hiccups. Not one hiccup. Not one hiccup. Also, the multicam option, sick as hell. Being able to see the broadcast feed on the top left corner, and then the other corner is like just a wide angle shot of the fight that doesn't cut. So there's no like cutting right when a punch lands or anything like that. And then the bottom two sides are the respective corners. Very cool.
Yes.
Some fun peeks behind the curtain because I don't think they were really used to it. So like a lot of the time there's like weird moments that are happening, just like people fumbling cameras around and like Megan O'Leary just standing there with the mic just waiting to be cut to while they're doing a promo on the top left. She's just standing there.
The dude at the very end that's like trying to pull the cameras off. You can't figure it out. And he just like ends up waving at the camera and walking off. I was like, okay, that works.
Yeah. So like, yeah, stuff like that it's fun. It's cool. And it's just cool to have options, you know.
So what's the grade for the card? The
card itself, I would say like a 7.6.
Okay.
7.4 maybe.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Respectable, right? I would probably give it like a 7.2. Fights ended up being pretty fun. Mm-hmm. For me, I love to have the star power on there in order to give it some of the higher ranking. But the undercard, man, the fighters really pulled through and the prelims really made it pretty fun.
I wonder if that's because now you get a bonus if you get a finish.
I mean, maybe, right? But for Paramount, years. Look, I got to take a bunch of things into consideration, Will. Also, the fact that I'm only paying, $60 for the year?
Yeah, not bad.
It breaks over an 8 for me. Maybe like an 8.3, 8.4. The multi-view, you mentioned, it was a lot of fun. We're still working some things out, though, and you could see it, right? Like for multi-view, maybe give us the option to listen to audio from the corner instead.
That would be cool.
Like if I were to select one in the multi-view, like give me the audio from that one, right? Mm-hmm. And also there's a bit of a delay. There's a bit of a delay on the corner. But overall,
still cool. It's progress. Yeah. We're getting some options now.
For the card, the card was good too, though. It was fun. Yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it. Now let's start talking the fights themselves. We had Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Look, man. First off, the fact that the fight the main event was starting like around, I think it was like 11 or
Mm.
so when it was starting. I love that. I don't want to be up at midnight waiting for. So that was pretty good. Yeah. Well, look at all the pictures, dude.
Just
We're
burning through the slides.
Yeah. Going up to it, right? I liked the respect that Paddy was showing Justin Gaethje. Just overall, like it was a good lead up to the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was cool. There was like some weird questions about the neck sore on Justin's neck. That you can see here. There's like a sticker over it because everyone's like, "Is that staph?" And he wore a sticker to the face-offs and was like, "What's that about?" And he was like, "It's an ingrown hair." And you're like, "It looks like a gunshot wound, dude."
Yeah.
So there was like a little bit of weirdness there. Like, is this gonna happen? I don't know, but that was like weeks ago, and then obviously it was gonna happen.
Word on the streets is Armin was ready to go though, just in case.
That's what the word on the street was.
Right.
And he was there. The UFC loves to have him be the backup guy, just never the actual guy.
Bridesmaid, dude. Ultimate bridesmaid.
Yeah, but yes, the lead up was good. It's kind of crazy this was for an interim belt, if I'm being honest. I feel like Armin should have been in the mix there somewhere. But whatever, it is what it is. There's a new shift with Paramount we've talked about where it's like you mentioned, star power is going to be much more of a thing, more so than like rankings based matchmaking.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. But the fight itself is an interesting one. There was like questions I had going into this, and that's what we talk about is like questions regarding a fight is what makes the fight interesting. And it's like, is Gaethje going to leg kick? That's one of his best weapons is his low kicks, but is he going to do that against someone who clearly wants to take him down? We found that out. The answer is no. He didn't throw a leg kick until like round 4. But Paddy, man, came out the gate guns a-blazing, huh?
He did, dude. And this is part of the reason that people just love Paddy Pimblett too. He's an entertaining fighter. He's a man of the people, Will.
Great walkout.
The walkout's one of the best right now, I think.
Yeah.
The little arms flailing up and down and just bouncing up and down the entire time.
Yep.
Taking the center of the octagon as the song's still going on and the crowd's going nuts. How about leading up to, before the song even turns on, the crowd chanting.
Yeah.
Oh, Paddy the bad.
Good.
Dude. Everything phenomenal.
And then Gaethje walks out to. I was like, what is this Disney music? And then I texted Kevin. I was like, what the fuck is he walking out to? And Kevin's like, I think it's Garth Brooks. And I was like, oh my god, dude, I don't think I've ever heard Garth Brooks before. It was the lamest walkout ever, dude. Compared to Paddy, I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, no, we were in trouble with the walkout when my wife's like, I love that song. And I was like, oh, no. And I was like, what is that? And she's like, that's old country music. And I was like,
old.
Okay. But yeah, I was like, after Paddy's energy, Justin walks out to this. What are we doing?
Brutal,
but like,
dude.
all of that it has to do is get Justin ready for the fight. And I feel like he was absolutely ready for the fight.
I don't think he was at first.
Oh, I think he was.
I was in another group chat and I was like, bro, Gaethje looks slow as fuck, dude. He was plodding around. His reactions were bad. He was leaning forward, getting kneed and uppercutted. And I was like, oh no, Gaethje looks old and slow. And that was my thing going into this. I was like, I feel like Paddy only wins this fight if Gaethje truly is washed. And it didn't look great for me in the first 30 seconds. I was like, this is not going to go well, I don't think. And then he cracked him. I was like, never mind, doesn't matter.
I took it as Justin reading and trying to figure out what Paddy's approach was going to be. Is he going to try to take me down? I think that the threat for the takedown was there, and he didn't want to overextend. And then once he saw, he's like, you know what? I can actually crack this dude.
And then he's like, I'm only going to overextend. Dude, the whole fight, overextend the fingers for the eye poke, overextend punching over his feet like crazy. Man, this was, in my opinion, it was a very entertaining fight, but Jesus Christ, the fact that this fight was for the belt, these two dudes were swinging and banging.
I love it.
Get rattled in the first. Yeah, up until he cracked him, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know about this."
By the way, can I mention yesterday was a very proud Papa moment for me? Very proud Papa moment. So at this point, my son, right? I tell him, I was like, "Hey, dude, time to get off video games, bro. Like, what are we doing? I know it's not a school night, but it's super late." He's like, "All right." Comes, hangs out in the living room. My wife and I are watching the fights. I'm like, man, Justin keeps on dipping to the right.
There you go.
Keeps on dipping to the right, And then my son looks over at me and goes, "The knee's there, or he can come in with an uppercut."
Nice.
And I look over at him. I'm like, who is this kid, dude? A few seconds later, Paddy steps in, uppercut, and he goes, there it is. And I was like,
Nice.
let's go. Dude, I was so pumped, man. I had such a good time watching this main event.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. It like, he wasn't the most technical fight. No. Do they all need to be? No. That's fine. I saw Josh Barnett was like, that's one of the worst main events I've seen in a long time.
Get
just
out of here,
because these
Barnett.
guys are sloppy as fuck. Like, where's the technique? And I'm like, look, dude, sometimes we want the masterclass. Sometimes we want the Piotr Jan versus Merab Dvalishvili.
We just had it. I don't need it again.
We just had it. Sometimes we want a sloppy banger, and that's what we got. And this is on the short list now of the fight to beat, our new award, the Sloppy Banger Award. This is the #1 spot right now. I mean, obviously, we're only one fight in, but
do you think that they saw that we launched the Sloppy Banger Award and they're like,
so
we got to bring it?
I think so, dude.
You know, Dana afterwards tried to steal the shine and was like, $100,000 for performance of the night bonuses.
Yeah.
But these guys are like, nah, Sloppy Banger Award. That's what we're
the
going
Sloppy
for.
Banger Award.
And
these
boy,
dudes,
the last 10 seconds, was it
Oh my
sloppy?
God.
Was it ever sloppy?
Was it ever? Hey, shout out Genevieve too.
What's up, Evie?
Keith. Undisciplined. He says undisciplined savage fight is what it was, and it was great. Yeah, sometimes
It was great.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Paramount was sitting there just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They said that it exceeded their expectations for the turnout and everything, so that's good. But you could tell once Gaethje, it was crazy because Gaethje hurt Paddy, I thought, way more than Paddy hurt him, right?
Oh, yeah.
He dropped him multiple times. The ground and pound was fucking insane. I was like, I don't know if Paddy even gets up off the stool from this one.
Was that the end of the second? Where like he comes just down almost like a Dan Hendo.
Yeah, that was sick. That was earlier. That was the first ground and pound. Second ground and pound was like, I don't know. Look, Paddy always says scouts just don't get knocked out. And that's all I could think of the entire fight. I was like, how is this guy not out right now? And his recovery was insane. It's not just the ability to take those shots, but to be right back in it and then landing multiple shots against Gaethje.
The third round was good for Paddy.
It was, yeah.
It was a phenomenal round for Paddy. I believe 2 judges only gave that round to Paddy, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I had it 3-1 going into the 5th. I was like, Paddy needs to finish here.
Yeah.
And there was a couple moments where I was like, Gaethje's kind of just getting stuck at the end of these punches. I don't know how much it's affecting him or what. I don't know if his footwork's gone or like this was not the Gaethje that fought Fiziev. You know what I mean? Both times.
We don't need that Gaethje. We don't need that Gaethje right now.
I think that's what it was. I think that he was like, I don't know if Paddy can. I know I can fight smart and I can outstrike guys like Fiziev and like high kick Dustin Poirier, fights like that. I can deliver those performances, but I don't know if Paddy can fight a classic Justin Gaethje style. I don't know if he can survive that. And I mean, he can, but I think that was kind of what Gaethje was thinking, was like, this guy's not built like this. He's not going to fight me like Dustin Poirier. He's not going to fight me like Eddie Alvarez. He's not one of those types of guys. And it overwhelmed Paddy. And that was the thing that he said, if I'm moving forward and I'm throwing my punches, Paddy's not going to be able to handle that.
Yeah.
And he survived it, but he ultimately, you could argue, he couldn't handle it. He was getting dropped. He was getting rocked. And he
that right hand really started finding a home 4th round.
Yeah.
Continued going through the 5th round. Evie saying, yeah, I can't believe he made it that long. I think that was a lot of us, Evie, for sure. And I'll tell you, though, at the end of the fight, very classy from Paddy. He said, if I had to lose it to anybody, I'm glad I lost it to this guy. He's a legend. You know, and then they're like, you really showed your toughness. And Paddy, such a good answer, dude. Such a good answer when he said, I know how tough I am. I don't have to prove it to anybody. I wanted to walk out with that belt. So good, though, man. So good. Damn. Paddy got so many more fans last night.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
Right. The UFC's in good hands.
Well, here's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people who are going to hate Paddy just because they felt like he was getting the Dana White privilege, right? But like, a lot of people were like, they're giving him a title shot on a silver platter, basically, giving him a potentially washed Justin Gaethje after beating a washed Michael Chandler, a washed Tony Ferguson. You know what I mean? Like, that's what people thought. That was like the narrative around Paddy coming into this for a lot of people. I don't know if you give him that. Like, those poster childs, the guys who are spoon fed a title shot or gifted matchmaking, stuff like that. The critique is like they didn't have to earn it, and like because they didn't have to earn it, they're gonna falter when the going gets tough because it never got tough for them on the way up. He did it. You know, the going got pretty fucking tough in this fight, and he was there for it. He was still throwing punches in the 5th round. When in the 5th round there was a combo, like a flurry where he just kept throwing punches. And again, all I could think about was Daniel Cormier when he fought Gustafsson, and he was like, "It's a close fight. I know if I'm throwing punches, I'm winning. So I'm just gonna keep throwing punches. Doesn't matter how tired I am. Doesn't matter how hurt I am. I've been dropped. I'm just gonna keep throwing punches." And we saw that from Paddy, and that's something that a lot of people probably thought Paddy didn't have in him because we've never had to see it because of his matchmaking up until this point. But just because you get handed it on a silver platter and you get those matchmaking gifts, it doesn't mean you don't have that. It just means you haven't had to show it yet. And like you said, he knew he was tough. He didn't have to prove it.
I love that.
But he
answer.
did. But he did
so good.
Ultimately. Yeah.
Freddie B 56. Shout out Freddie B saying after that fight, even if he never gets a belt, Paddy definitely showed his career is going to be a ton of fun to watch. I agree. And that's what I'm saying. I'm here for it, man. I feel like because Justin doesn't have very much left, right? He's still a dog. He showed it yesterday. But how much longer is his career going to be?
He probably has one last loss. The next fight he loses is probably going to be his last fight, I would imagine.
And by the way, Will, I was just thinking about this. It's a reminder for everybody just how damn good Gaethje is too. Listen to this. His losses. You ready?
Yeah.
Prime Eddie Alvarez. Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Habib,
who we got back?
Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too. Everyone's like, "Oh, his grappling sucks." It's like, well, first off, we never see the grappling. The only chances we really see the grappling is when he got taken down by Fiziev, which was like, okay, he never expected that was going to come from Fiziev. And then he got submitted by Habib and Charles Oliveira. That means his jiu-jitsu sucks because two of the greatest guys on the ground submitted him. That doesn't mean his jiu-jitsu sucks.
Get out of here with that.
Come on, dude.
Get out of here.
Disrespect.
Keith saying Paddy said he was going to mash up Justin's face.
Yeah,
Paddy's face looked pretty mashed up, dude, by the end of the fight.
Was bad.
Did you see too? It was painful. You could tell he was in so much pain when he finishes on the mic. He goes, "Hey, by the way, Dana, find a night bonus, huh?" Yeah. And he just walks off. You couldn't laugh. His jaw was in so much pain. You couldn't laugh. But hey, man. Mad respect to both these men. Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett put on a fight that I believe is a contender for fight of the year already. Early on in 2026,
of course,
and definitely a contender for sloppy banger of the year, which is what they most care about.
Yeah, don't forget, make a Google Doc of each award category. We got to make sure we're tracking this from the beginning.
You're right. We got to do it. All right, ready to move on to the next one?
Well, do you think what's more likely, Justin versus Ilya or Justin versus Arman? Do you think we get that Ilya fight?
Yes,
I think so too.
I think we get it because for Ilya, I'm hopping on that one as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah.
If there's ever a fight I can win in that division and defend my belt or unify, it's against Justin Gaethje. The power translates. We saw it at lightweight. Arman is tough, dude.
And we saw he's pretty hittable. If Paddy's lighting him up like that, Ilya's gonna hit him. You know, Ilya's gonna connect. It's just a matter of like
he's licking his chops, dude, watching that fight.
Oh yeah, but I would imagine they try to put that on the White House card. I would imagine they got another American with a belt. The only other American with a belt is Kayla Harrison, and we don't even know when she's going to be back after the neck surgery. So I would imagine they put that on.
Can you imagine? No, we wouldn't do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to send Justin Gaethje into the White House to lose to the Spaniard or Georgian. We're not going to send Kayla Harrison into the White House to lose to the Brazilian. We're not going to just send the Americans with the belts to lose their belts in America, dude. Yeah, in the White House. Come on, we're not going to do that.
Garth Brooks, dude.
Terrible idea. Terrible idea. All right. Co-main event, we had Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Shout out to my boy Chris Havertz saying Song Yadong sounds like it's illegal in most states. But yes.
We were wondering, I made a new soundbite clip from something that John Anik said yesterday. And instead of trying to like make a setup for it, we might as well just say it. We might as well play it real quick. Because Song Yadong, you mentioned the name, you can't not, but this innuendo from Anik is top tier.
Yadong starting to leak a little bit.
That's rough, dude. As soon as I heard it, I texted you. It's like all-time classic line from Anik, dude.
Oh,
Yadong starting to leak a little bit here. God,
that's so good. Classic Anik.
Yeah.
But yes, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Going into this, I knew this was going to be a great matchup. Song Yadong coming from Team Alpha Male, International Alpha Male now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and their wrestling pedigree, their guillotines are known for a few things. So I'm like, okay, what's that wrestling going to be like against Sean O'Malley? That was my biggest question mark on it.
Yeah, and for me too, it was like this is a 3-round fight, not a 5-round fight. I think that probably helps Song a bit more. Just because I don't know if he would gas out necessarily, but once Sean starts laying trap, I feel like Sean needs a little bit of time to start laying his traps against top tier guys. But it was like, man, for 3 rounds, Song can kind of sprint at Sean and maybe overwhelm him.
Yes.
And first round, a little feely-outy, but great leg kicks. Yeah, Andrey feely-outy. But Song Yadong, great leg kicks. Sean got the jab working. And then there was a takedown from Song Yadong at the end of the first round. And I was like, ooh, he might have just found his path to victory.
Yes.
And then the second round, he took him down a couple times. But yeah, it's just an interesting matchup. I love this matchup. It's because we know Song's got decent wrestling and stuff, obviously Team Alpha Male, but he cracks also, and he has very good mechanics, like traditional mechanics on his punches and kicks and stuff like that. He's very good, dude.
Hey, shout out Evie. Just reading the room. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Shout out. But no, I agree. And this was in my mind, and I know it sounds crazy to say, it was a must win for Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah, big time. And I haven't gotten to wear this in a long time.
If you were to have taken this loss, he falls to 18-4, which isn't the biggest deal. But I'm just saying for the mental game, right? Because we saw a shift in Sean O'Malley from peak Sean champion O'Malley to 2 losses in a row O'Malley.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking to myself, what does this do? Losing a fight to what was Song ranked? 5th,
I think. Yeah, something like that. 6th.
So
maybe?
What does that do for Sean O'Malley? Right. I haven't been a fan of his antics very often, and things like that. But I think he's a great fighter. He's one of the best strikers in the division. So I'm glad that he got the W in this one. Let me ask you though, how'd you have it scored?
I had O'Malley 1 and 3. I feel like the takedown. I feel like he was outstriking him in the first, and then he got the takedown at the end, but nothing happened with the takedown. So it was like, okay, how much does that really matter, right? I thought O'Malley won the first round. Second round, I thought was a clear round for Song Yadong. First round was very close, by the way. I'm not saying it was like an obvious pick. It's just I would lean towards O'Malley. Second round was a clear round for Song Yadong. He was starting to light him up a bit, especially with the low kicks. Multiple takedowns, low kicks were like debilitating. You could tell Sean was struggling with the low kicks a bit. And then the third round, O'Malley just fucking came alive, dude. He started landing that left hand. He throws that step-in knee to the face. That cracked Song Yadong. Had Yadong leaking a little bit.
Left so much blood on O'Malley's knee.
On the knee. Yeah, dude.
Call an ambulance. But not for me.
Not for me. Not for this knee. But yeah, no, third round was a very strong round from O'Malley. And it kind of made me think like, oh, dude, I think if this was a 5-round fight, O'Malley maybe even gets a finish in this fight. But obviously, if it was 5 rounds, the first 3 rounds would have been fought differently. So you can't really say that. But
the urgency from O'Malley coming out in that third, to your point, right? If he would have continued the pressure and the urgency that he came out with in the third through a 4th and 5th, I agree with you. There's a finish.
Mm-hmm. If there was a round after that round had happened, it wasn't looking good for Yadong. Keith says Sean wants a title fight now. I don't know, man. He's not next. He even said he's like Merab's probably next,
and he deserves it. He said very classy from O'Malley.
Yeah, which is he's growing. He's growing.
He is.
What did you think? Did you think You asked
I
me
thought
what
it
I
was
thought.
super close.
Yeah.
And honestly, if it would have gone Yadong, I would have been fine with Yadong.
Same. Yeah. I'm good with Yadong.
So am I. And so the fact that he seemed a little disappointed at the end, of course, Team Alpha Male thinks that I mean they prefer if Yadong goes in.
Yeah. And it was close. You could argue
Yeah.
that he did win. I think I would imagine. I haven't really looked at like the online discourse or anything like that, but I would imagine there's a decent amount of people who had him winning.
Yes, absolutely. Evie with an all-time classic on the chat as well. Normally really, really like Yadong. I mean, who doesn't?
Yadong starting to leak a little bit.
But yes, classic. What are we, 5?
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta enjoy the little things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Yadong.
Classic.
But no,
fight.
it was
wait, what's next for Sean O'Malley?
What's next for Sean O'Malley? It might be a title shot because there was kind of 2 fights high in the rankings on this card for bantamweight. And while this fight, like Evie said, wasn't super wowed, Keith also was expecting more. I thought the 3rd round was the, I guess, exclamation point on this fight. That's like the lasting impression is like those left hands, the knees, the blood from O'Malley on O'Malley's side. So that's probably worked better in his favor than Umar's fight did. And then, yeah, if they're doing Merab versus Piotr again, I would imagine Sean's fight might be for the belt again. It's a rematch against Piotr Jan.
You said something, though, that really stuck with me right now as I'm thinking about this, Will, where you're mentioning Paramount. The star power means more to Paramount right now, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Seeing what Paddy was able to do to the crowd yesterday. Evie mentioned earlier the walkout for Paddy. The walkout for Sean O'Malley, the song.
He went back to it.
As soon as it kicks on, dude, I was like, yes.
Because what did he do last time? Proud to be an American or something like that. And it was like, bro, that's a pretty bad walkout. Like it's just kind of like.
No, the classic walkout was good.
It was going
Classic
back
O'Malley.
to it made me appreciate it even more because I was never even that huge of a fan of the song.
It's so good.
But when it came back, I was like, it's him, dude. That's his song.
It's his song. And when you think, for me too, it was also, we mentioned the fact that he's on a 2-fight losing skid, right? He seems like a different O'Malley, and the song fits so perfectly with me saying like it's a must win for O'Malley right now. So I'm what are you laughing about, dude?
I'm sorry. I saw Rich's comment in the chat and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know if he's talking about Superstar or if he's talking about Proud to be an American.
Hey, shout out our producer, Rich.
Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh through.
Wait, Rich. Now you got to tell us, would you usually cry to the Proud to be an American, or
it's got to be, right? Superstar didn't come out when we
Yeah,
were
dude, in music class, they play that song, and then I'd hear the eagle like fly by the school window at that time, and then I was proud. I was quite proud.
Dude, Rich, I love it. I love it. So proud. You know, sometimes you see NFL players, the flyover, the national anthem, the 1 teardrops. That is Rich in music class. I'm proud to be an American, and that teardrop, dude, just goes through. I freaking love it. All right.
That's so funny, dude. But yeah, you're making a good point, though. I think with the star power and everything, I think O'Malley can probably sit out and get a title shot.
Yes.
If Piotr Jan wins against Merab. If they do that, if Merab wins, I don't think they do a 3rd O'Malley fight. They were
then
so
they
dominant.
go Umar.
Then they probably go Umar, and then they maybe do O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen, which
I could see that.
Awesome.
I could see that. All right. You ready to move on? A couple big boys we got to talk about over here. We have Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Derrick Lewis.
Bro, the state of the heavyweight division, man. God, this was fucking rough, dude.
Yeah. Going into this, I also thought this could be a situation where these guys cancel each other out a bit.
I thought maybe we get a Derrick Lewis and Ngannou fight.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. And it kind of started off that way a little bit. Waldo Cortes-Acosta not looking to swing and bang. Derrick Lewis, for being a big dude, doesn't have the longest reach in the world. So Waldo did a pretty darn good job of staying on the outside and picking his shots. Yes. Derrick Lewis, such a tough time closing the distance.
This dude reaching for punches like Justin Gaethje out there, except not landing. Wait, hold on. Anonymous in the chat. I used to cry to it too as a child.
Shout out Anonymous. Hey, welcome.
Oh, man.
Welcome on the episode, Anonymous. And he just drops that gem.
What an entrance.
What an entrance. You know
great.
what? I love it though. I love to see
Yeah.
so many proud Americans in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah.
Waldo
You know what didn't make me proud
Cortes-Acosta.
to be an American?
What?
Watching Derrick Lewis reach on these punches and get fucking sniped.
Jeez,
by
man.
Salsa boy, dude.
Again, he had a really tough time. Yes, the state of the division, not where we would want it to be, but props to Waldo Cortes-Acosta for going into this with a very
Yes.
good game plan,
Yes.
executing the game plan.
And just man, forcing Derrick Lewis to start reaching by just committing to countering. And then once that ball started getting rolling, then he starts throwing the jab and stuff like that. We talk about
money, by the way.
Yeah.
That jab, money.
Very good. Yeah. Low kicks, obviously, against Derrick Lewis is there. But we talk about hitting someone while they're out of position and why you don't want to overextend in your punches. And this is the clearest example. This is the exaggerated example of don't throw over your feet so that you're then out of position to take the return shot, because the shot that dropped Derrick Lewis should not have dropped him. It's
Was it a jab?
We can watch it real quick.
Cage side footage.
Yeah.
Boom. Bink. Little one. And what are we doing there too, Derrick Lewis? Just accepting being on your back.
And then the ground and pound was vicious. I mean, it was just, it's Derrick Lewis. Sometimes it's just like
Blunderbuff, his balls was too hot this time.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but he did that a couple times, I think. Like he slipped once, sat there, and then Waldo's like, do what you do and get back up.
Yeah.
The second time, though, Waldo's like, he's getting tired. He's frustrated. He's not knowing what to do right now. Let me just jump on this real quick. And then the way he can you play it one more time?
Yes.
The way he casually walked around, like Derrick Lewis
he
does
just
nothing.
laid there, dude.
Yeah, look. Bink, slips. Casually, he's like, oh, okay, well, let me side control, okay. And then
Dude, not even engage. His legs are literally just
doing?
Feet on the floor, dude. Knees just up, like not even trying to get him in his guard or anything. Watch his feet.
Look at
Yeah,
boom.
just sidestep.
What
Like, was he rocked? I don't know. Maybe he was rocked. I don't know. But
maybe he was also like,
Jesus Christ,
look, it's
dude.
not my night.
I'm not impressed by your performance.
Yeah, I agree with GSP. Not impressed with his performance. Derrick just laid down WTF. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? All right. Anything else on this fight?
No, let's move on.
Let's move on. Natália Silva versus Rose Namajunas. How do you feel going into this one?
I thought Rose was probably going to win the decision, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She was robbed. Absolutely robbed,
dude.
I thought.
Nah.
First two rounds were clear Rose rounds. I don't think this fight was as boring as people are saying. I think Natália Silva did not do much for the first two rounds. She turned it on in the third round and fought a great third round. I rewatched it. I cannot see how she won this fight. It wasn't the greatest fight. I'm not saying it was amazing.
I'm really trying to find an angle to defend this. It's tough. It's tough.
Look, defend what? The fight itself or the decision?
The decision.
Dude, the first round, Natália Silva was pretty much only feinting and whiffing. Was there a ton of action in the first round? No. Would you, if anything, Rose, I would concede, and I wouldn't even like to, that the striking was even in the first round. I thought Rose was the most effective striker in that first round. There's no way anybody can convince me that Silva was the most effective striker in the first round. So at worst, it's even, with Silva on her back foot the entire round, back against the fence, Rose dictating the pace, which you're supposed to defer to if the striking is even. Second round was a clear Rose round. Third round was a clear Silva round. Rose got robbed, dude. Wasn't the greatest fight.
It wasn't. It
Wasn't as bad as everybody says.
The feints, I agree with you. Very twitchy, right?
Yes.
Like hip.
Look, she was dancing
like,
out there.
It really did look like she had that Rio de Janeiro carnival dance going. You know what I mean? As she's
Yes.
out there. So
Which,
I also had Rose taking 2 rounds to 1 on this one.
I legitimately cannot see the argument for Silva winning rounds 1 or 2. It's crazy to me. And I think it was unanimous.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. Not the greatest fight, but and I know Rose is very polarizing these days, but yeah, I don't know. She got robbed here. It's tough.
Blunderbuff saying judges scored the first round on who had the better shadow boxing. Yeah.
Rough. Not enough jiggle for the carnival. Damn, you're gonna do it like that.
True, for the carnival dance. All right, let's move on here from one Brazilian to another. Mr. Gene Silva versus Arnold Allen. The lead up to this fight, hilarious, by the way.
Dude, lead up, amazing. Fight, amazing. He's like, there's 2 autistic guys gonna swing at each other.
Just a couple autistic guys going at it, dude.
Yeah,
going at it.
Man.
How about the face off?
Yeah, dude.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the way that Gene approaches, he does that thing he usually does. He gets low and like kind of creeps up a little bit. Arnold Allen, I think, was casting a spell.
Yes, try to bring the dark arts
on Gene Silva, and then Gene starts barking at Arnold Allen. And I was like, "What is going on? Can this get any weirder?" And then we get to the fight.
Yeah, and the fight was, dude, first round. By the way, Arnold Allen's record really doesn't show how good he is. Like he's very skilled, and he looked very good in that first round until the end of it. And Jean Silva landed a nasty combo up against the fence that hurt him a bit. And from there, it was like Jean Silva, the Just Bleed gods, like came over, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to be super violent in here." And then from that point on, was going at him, dude. And I mean, it was a great fight, but Arnold Allen, you could tell, was just a step behind just how vicious Silva was. He cracks, dude.
Silva does crack. To your point, whenever Silva would connect, you could see Arnold be impacted by it a lot more than whenever Arnold would connect on Silva. Mm-hmm. He just throws everything into every punch.
Yes.
Everything into every punch.
One thing that Arnold Allen did that I thought was actually kind of cool. It didn't even work, but I thought it was cool. You know how like certain guys, you throw a high kick at them and they'll like lean back, like Fazeev and stuff.
Yeah.
We've seen, shout out Stella. She fought Jackie Buntan and got the belt. And there was in the first round, Jackie was doing that. Stella would throw a high kick and Jackie would lean back, and then you come back up, right? And so she would throw the high kick, and then as she's bringing her right leg down from throwing the kick, she's now southpaw, and she just drops the right hand on her as she's moving back up from doing the matrix, and now it's like a little car crash, and she dropped her twice with it. In this fight, Arnold Allen didn't do that, but he threw one high kick. Jean Silva slipped it like that. The next time he threw it, he doubled up. He threw another kick right after, and somehow Jean Silva dipped that one also. But it was like, oh, that's a nasty move. If you double up the high kick when someone slips back like that, imagine coming back up into the next one. It didn't work, but I was like, damn, that's fucking sick. So shout out to Arnold Allen for that.
The one thing that I was talking about, when I was mentioning how it was a little weird. So we get into the third round. They're starting to swing a little bit more. So it's getting a little sloppy. Mm-hmm. There's a certain point. What was it? Did Arnold Allen get cracked? He falls, he drops, something like that, or was he taken down? He tripped him. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay, he trips him. Arnold's kind of like in the turtle position, and then Gene's like, "Okay, dude, if you're gonna stay down there, I'll just hop on your back, I guess." What are we doing, dude?
And then the leap off, dude. It was so graceful.
If only we could zoom in on Arnold's face right now, because there's the utter look of confusion.
What's happening
on him? Yeah, like what is this move that is going on right now? Look at Dana. Dana's like, what the fuck?
The mid-air pose though from Jean Silva. Dude, I've never seen anything like that before. It was like magnificent. It was like graceful, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Tanyoni not knowing what to do next. Oh my god.
Tanyoni's like, what? Oh my god.
So good.
With 8 seconds left in the back of a turtle, he surfed him, dude. And he jumped off like a fucking swan, like a ballet jump off of him, dude. Dana in the post-fight press conference was asked about it, and he's like, I thought it was kind of cool. Like, what? I thought Dana would be pissed about it, dude.
So did
Super Mario technique. Yeah, dude.
one of the best poses.
I mean, there's a few photos that are of this moment that are just fucking amazing.
This is very like Titanic-esque, you know, kind of. I don't know.
Dude,
Just
and then after the fight, is that legal? Like, isn't that dangerous to someone's spine? Yeah, I don't know. There's no rule against surfing a guy.
Nevada Athletic Commission right now. I was thinking, like, can they just do that, or
Yeah.
should we write this into the rule book next year? I don't know.
God, but
good
the
stuff though.
post-fight, the fight ends, and it's pretty clear Jean Silva won this fight, and they're both on their knees with each other, like embracing, right? And you can hear Jean Silva's like sobbing, and Arnold Allen's now like consoling him, and you're like, damn, dude, that's got to be such a weird dynamic. They get up. Arnold Allen starts walking away back to Jean Silva. Jean Silva stands up and just does like a primal scream, and then Arnold Allen's like, "What? Like, what?
Just
You were just
autistic
crying.
people
Like, what's
doing autistic
happening?"
things, you know what I mean? And for
Jean
anybody
Silva's-
that's just tuning in, I'm not being a jerk. Like, they're legit both autistic, like they said, going into the fight. But man, you know, after Gene said, you know, just had an autism testing and it came back, I'm autistic. I was like, yeah,
It
okay.
explains so much.
Yes, it does. It explains a lot, actually. So,
Has it changed your opinion on it? Because I know you weren't the biggest fan of him a couple fights ago. You were like, I
Yes,
don't like the
actually-
antics. I don't like him holding on the fence. I don't like the barking. Has that
you know
flipped
what's
now?
so funny, dude? You asked that yesterday when I was watching it. I was like, oh, poor guy. You know, like, it's fine. It's fine. It's so funny you asked that because I literally thought about that exact thing. I was like, man, I used to hate this guy's antics. Now he can't help it.
You got to express himself how he can, you know?
You can't help it. And if barking's it, then barking's it, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever helps him out. Whatever helps him
Yes.
out. All right.
Anonymous says, I hope it becomes a trend. Watch the
surfing?
jumping off the turtle, dude. That's the new breakout technique. Last year we had spinning back elbows. This year we have turtle surfing, dude.
Oh my god. All right. Let's move on, man. We also had Umar Nurmagomedov. You know, somebody who's a title contender going up against a previous champion in Deiveson Figueiredo.
Yeah, and you know, Figgy missed weight in this one. And you could tell he looked pretty like soft in the fight. And you know, it's tough, man. I think Figgy's got to be what, like 38, almost 40, I would imagine. How old
I
is
can
he?
check real quick.
I think I should have it right here. I think he's 38. Yeah, he's 38. You know, yeah, Blunderbub real quick says I wasn't hallucinating, right? That Bluffer was pronouncing his name Gian. Maybe I missed it.
Gian, yeah. I noticed that too. Gian
Silva. Yeah. But yeah, Evie says another one I was expecting more from. Another one Umar was expecting more from. He was not happy with this fight. He was pretty pissed about Figueiredo's game plan to just do nothing. He was like, fuck, man. Because it does take two to tango, you know? And there was a moment at the end of the first round, maybe the end of the second, where Figgy started throwing bombs. And they're like, that's the Figgy we know and love.
Yeah,
And they're like, look at this is where he goes. And they show the replay, and it's just everything is missing. And you're like, oh, shit. Not one thing landed.
This fight, great top control from Nurmagomedov. Also, Deiveson Figueiredo, massive reactions to a lot of feints from Umar Nurmagomedov throughout the entire fight. And those were really my biggest takeaways from this.
Umar looked good, you know,
Yeah.
but it does, you know, there's a give and take in fighting. And like, even on the ground, it's like, if you're on top and the other guy is just not doing anything and just staying defensively sound, it's tough. Keith disagrees. He says Umar was not looking great either. I thought he looked fine. It's just, if someone's fighting defensively, and they're a former champ, you know, it's hard to crack that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I don't know. I wasn't super impressed.
No.
Either fighter in this one. So, Gautier versus Pulyaev.
This was a sick fight. This fight, I thought Ateba by knockout in round one, I think, was probably the most picked thing across the entire fan base. Pulyaev fucking fought very well. I thought
I thought it was over in the first
fight.
round, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well,
I thought it was
usually
over in the
is.
first round.
Usually it is.
Yeah, Gautier lands that big shot. It was the very first punch I want to say that drops
Well, because
Pulyaev.
Pulyaev is like, he's landing a couple shots, picking them apart a little bit, and you're like, man, but all it takes is one from Gautier, and then he lands it, and you're like, well, that was it. It really does just take one. But
Yeah,
props to Pulyaev, man. That guy, he
look
fucking
at that
ate
shot,
some bombs, dude.
Looks like he's getting kicked into that giant hole in 300.
Yeah,
Dude, just staring out to the abyss. All right,
Yeah.
dude cracks though. Built like a Ninja Turtle, by the way.
Yeah,
He has one of the biggest backs
Yes, he
that
cracks.
I've ever seen.
And he learned. I think there's a lot to learn from this fight, and a lot of stuff that his opponents will probably see. If you fight him southpaw and you spam body kicks, slow him down. There's a path to victory against Ateba that was not seen up until this. Yeah, Blunderbuss says great body work to survive by Pulyaev. Pulyaev really impressed me in this fight, to be honest.
Oh,
'cause-
hey, this is a great call by Evie, by the way.
Yes, first half of this event made me think that 25K finish bonus is actually going to be a motivation for some more action. We've been saying it for years.
Yes.
That there should be a bonus for every single finish. And Dana's smug ass can't let anything go. In the post-fight press conference, he's like, they asked him, like, oh, is that something that moving forward we're going to be seeing every event? And he's like, yeah, normally we used to, every fighter used to get a bonus from $5,000 to $25,000, depending on how they did. So that's gone now. So now if you get a finish, you get a bonus. And you're like, don't try to spin this like it's worse for the fighters that you cave to the pressure to give a finish bonus. And now they don't get the old bonus that was way better. Fuck off, dude. Fuck out of here.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I didn't see
can't
that
let
part,
it go,
but
dude.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you just got to take an L and move on, man.
Yeah, and say, look, isn't it great that we're giving them bonuses for finishes now? And everyone would be like, yeah, great job. Finally. Cool. Good job, guys. And then that's it. You get a win. Instead, you got to be petty about it and make sure everybody knows, oh, we used to take care of them and now we can't. And you're like, fuck off, dude.
By the way, is this where Mark Smith got injured?
Oh, yeah. Mark Smith tore his ACL in a fight. I think it probably was, right? Dana said it happened during a fight that he reffed. So, yes, this was the last one he reffed. So he has a torn ACL in this picture right here.
Savage.
Brutal. Yeah.
You know what? Kobe also hit a couple free throws with a torn. What was it, Rich? It wasn't an ACL.
You're about to ask me. I was like, dude, ask Rich. But
No. Might have been a torn ACL. I don't know. I can't remember.
Apparently, they say depending on the tear. Obviously, no tears.
Achilles. Torn Achilles. That's what it was.
Oh, that's way worse.
Yeah. Kobe
That's
still
way
a couple free
worse.
throws with that.
Jesus
I was thinking
Christ.
Klay Thompson torn ACL still hit a couple free throws. Totally
Yeah,
different
they say-
sport though. It's all good.
Yeah. Shooting. Playing in the NBA versus reffing a fight is pretty different. But shout out to Mark Smith. He's usually a very good ref, and he had to get helped out of the arena, so that's rough.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next one. Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas.
Damn. Yeah, let's watch the finish real quick.
Oh, look, that Rich says he pulled the rolled up tendon down and shot the 2 free throws.
Jesus Christ.
What a
Yes,
savage.
and Evie did. Bruce Buffer did tear his ACL during an announcement once as well. That's why he doesn't do the Buffer 360 anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, can't do
That's
it. But yeah, let's watch the knockout.
Boom, big right. I think that was a 1-2 that landed as well, right?
Well, he was throwing this big step in overhand throughout the entire fight and just missing. And then with 3 seconds left, he lands it in the fight. Everybody had Nikita Krylov by knockout in this fight, right? Everybody picked that one.
Everybody.
Dude, I'll be honest. So we're close to wrapping this show up, and we're gonna go over the picks for the mini belt in just a minute, and then also the tiebreaker between me and Ramiro. I picked Krylov to win this fight, and then when they're talking about him not being able to take shots anymore, I remembered that he was knocked out in the last couple fights, and I remember the last one when he got knocked out by Guskov, and I remember being like, "Well, that's it. He should retire." And then I completely forgot about those fights when I was making the picks for this. And I was like, yeah, Krylov should sub Bukauskas or whatever. And then I remember during the fight they mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh no, I made a huge mistake with this pick," but it worked out.
That's hilarious. All right, hey, let's move on because
Yes.
to your point, we still have to cover
But also-
the belt picks.
I do want to say Krylov looked actually very good. He still was like keeping his chin up when he threw his kicks and just kind of being there at the end of his combos. But he ate some nasty shots in this one that showed that his chin is back, or at least it's not gone.
Leaving his chin up in the first round. The beautiful thing about it though is on the when Bukauskas threw that right, he slips it and hits him with 1-2. Maybe Krylov goes, "Oh, is that what that does? Head movement?
Yeah.
What?
Hold on.
What?
I have something for this.
Head movement!
There you go.
Head movement! Head movement! Head movement!
You finally listened.
That was me. That was me. Once I remembered the Dominic Reyes and the Gooskop knockouts, that was me the entire fight. Just trying to will some head movement into Krylov, dude. Please move your fucking head, dude.
And he did, finally.
He did.
All right,
Yes.
let's go Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. I know that's your boy, man.
God damn it, dude.
That's your boy.
God damn it. Yeah, he has a win over Josh Van. He knocked out Josh Van, the champ. He's so fucking good. And then he just got caught in this one early and just could never quite get it back. And, I think a lot of people probably overlooked Alex in this fight just because he's a little bit, over the hill as far as like this division goes. It's hard to be an older guy in these divisions. I mean, I don't know how old he is really. He's only 33, but man, in fight years, he's had so many fights and so many like injuries and all this stuff. But man, he could not miss. Could not
So
miss.
good, man. Johnson showed his quickness. His speed is off the charts in the beginning.
Yeah.
But to your point, once he got hit with that left on the temple, his equilibrium seemed off the rest of the time, man. And after that, if he got hit by anything, even if it didn't look too hard, you could still see he was off, right? So
yeah, and it's one of those things where, and you could see this in a fight that he had won against who was it? Was it Maxim? I think it was Maxim. Yes, Azat Maxim. In the first round, Johnson's so slick with his head movement, and he bobs and weaves, and he turns and shoulder rolls and all that stuff, and he'll try to slip like 3-4 punches in a row. And Maxim in that first round was able to like throw the first punch to get that slip out and then punch where the slip was going to be. And I feel like Alex kind of did the same thing where, remember when Chris Weidman knocked out Anderson Silva, it was because he kept throwing despite the slips. You can't let the slips discourage you from finishing your combination. I mean, you have to be wary of a counter, obviously, but if you continue to throw, you might slip the first 2, you might slip the first 3. The best will slip 4, but imagine slipping 5 punches in a row. Like it's almost impossible. So if you just keep throwing, eventually you will connect. And I feel like that's what Alex did. He just kept throwing and just over voluming the slips, and Johnson just couldn't get through, man.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it was a great performance from Alex. I wish he didn't miss weight, and I'm bummed for my boy, but it is what it is.
All right. And I think the last fight we're gonna cover was Fugitt versus Miller.
Yes, just because I think Miller is he's one to watch, man. This guy, he's young in the game. He's now 7-0. This was his 7th fight professionally, and he's in the UFC. I mean, look at this. Look at the handiwork from Miller here. Just making a miss, make big reactions, big right hand. The knee as it gets, I mean, just relentless, dude. The volume. They said he trains with my boy, the Dirty Bird, Tim Means, and I see it, dude. I see it in the game. He's someone to watch, man.
I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was it for the fight. Rich just like let me blaze through these pictures real quick.
You got to do it, yeah.
Moment of silence. Do we have a moment of silence?
Yes, we did lose some fights on this one. Obviously, the big one, Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. That would have been very cool on this card, but she had to get surgery on her neck. Alexa Grasso was originally supposed to fight Thug Rose. She'd pull out. So Rose fought and beat Natália Silva, but they robbed her. And then Michael Johnson versus Alex Hernandez would have been a very fun fight, but they pulled it the day of because some very suspicious betting lines came in, and Dana was like, we're not doing this shit again. So he pulled the fight, which is what they should have done the last time. And he mentioned you know, the FBI is still looking into all this stuff, so they'll probably look into that one too. And you're like, okay, cool. So that's not just gone. That's still happening. About the fixed fights and stuff like that. And then Tercios versus Smotherman, man. Fuck, that's scary, dude. I don't know if I'm sure everybody saw it, but at the weigh-ins, Smotherman walks off the scale and just completely face plants, passes out, he has to get stitches on his chin, slammed his face. I mean, dude, scary stuff, man.
Yeah, the timing again of that video
with
Bisping.
Yeah. He's like, I have no sympathy for people when they miss. It's not hard. It's your job. You have to do it. Bam, right behind him on the stage. Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Right.
And, you know, say people, you know, critique what one championship does with the hydration testing. And they're like, people can cheat it. And you're like, yeah, maybe. It's still better than fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Bisping never missed, though, right? Yeah, I don't think he did, right? Bisping never missed weight.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Austin says, dang, missed the stream.
Austin. Shout out.
Yeah,
Austin.
it's a morning stream. But yeah, bonuses. New bonuses.
Yes, new bonuses. 100K, baby.
Yes. Ty Miller got 100K for his knockout. Hokit got one as well for his performance. The first ever flip off knockout I've ever seen.
Walk off.
Yeah, flip off, walk off. He kicked him in the body as he was like stumbling away, and then he flipped him off as he walked away, and then they called the fight, and you're like, what just happened? But yeah, he got a bonus, 100K. No more 50K for the bonuses. But then and then fight of the night obviously was Gaethje versus Pimblett, so they each get
well deserved
$100,000 for that. And then anybody else who got finishes, except for, Perez didn't get one because he missed weight, but Krylov got a finish, so he gets 25,000. Waldo gets 25,000 for knocking out Derrick Lewis. And then it seems like we were kind of like unaware. We were like, do they stack? It does not.
Stack.
So Miller and Hokit do not get $25,000 finish bonus plus their performance bonus. They just get the $100,000, which it is what it is.
75K more.
We can't break the budget. We're only making $1.1 billion a year just from the broadcasting deal.
Yeah. It's not enough, dude. Not enough. We need more.
Yeah.
All right. So I think this is a moment a lot of folks have been waiting for, Will. We're trying to figure out what is going to happen. The SOF mini belt for our listeners, the SOF belt for us. What is going on?
What is going on? Let me just tee this up really quick. I have it here, but I want to make sure it doesn't spoil it right away. So the much anticipated belt, the mini belt for the fans, it was tied between Keith, Brian, and Coleslaw. It was tied. So we say the tiebreaker is everybody makes their picks for the first event of the year. Pick your fighters. If there's a tie, it defaults to whoever got the most methods correct, right? So if like me and you both pick our fights and we both get 5 fighters correct, we are also submitting by knockout, by submission, by decision. I'm explaining this the worst possible way, but we have them submit their picks for who wins the fight and how they win the fight. And if there is a tie for the winners, then we default to how many predicted the correct method of victory. And so the results are here. We got Keith. Keith only missed 2 picks, man. He missed the Freeman one. Hokit won that, and he had Paddy. Other than that, fucking on the money.
Amazing.
Brian, same thing.
But
except he missed Modestas and he picked Johnson. So he missed those ones. Coleslaw is out of the race. He missed 4. So Brian and Keith both only missed 2 picks. Coleslaw missed 4. So he's out. Sorry, Coleslaw. But
shout out Coleslaw.
Keith and Brian tied with their picks. But as you can see in the second column, Keith only had the one method. He got 9 picks correct, but only 1. Natália by decision. Brian, 9 picks correct, but 6 methods. He got the Miller knockout.
Justin by decision. Wow.
He picked Justin by decision, Waldo by knockout, Natália by decision, Silva by decision, Umar by decision, and he picked Miller by knockout. So 6 methods of victory. So Brian, if he's still in the chat, I don't even know if he's still listening, but Brian gets the mini belt.
Congratulations. The new champion.
Champ. The new champ.
Wow.
Brian.
2025 mini belt champ.
9 picks and 6 method of victory. God
That's
damn.
pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
Dang. And that's where it
Nostradamus.
is, dude. That's why he picked Justin by decision, dude.
Wow.
These guys just don't get knocked out.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
All right.
But
How about
congrats.
the regular belt, Will? Your boy over here has held the belt. What is it? 3 years?
Has it been 3? No, I think it's 2.
2 years. 2 years.
I think it's 2. And we don't know each other's picks.
No. We have no
I don't know
clue.
I don't know who you picked. I know who I picked.
I know who I picked.
Rich knows.
Oh, Rich.
I don't know how we want to do this. We probably should have went over this before the stream.
yeah.
I didn't want to
But
make
it's
a
all right.
graphic because I didn't want to know.
The winner is. Let's Rich. The anticipation. Let's go.
We still don't have a drum roll. We need a drum roll.
Yeah, we do need a drum roll.
Sorry, I'm calculating. Give me a little time.
Wait. He hasn't calculated this already. What? Dude, we sent the picks yesterday.
I feel like I did okay. I didn't beat Brian or Keith. By
Okay,
the way.
bring Brian and Keith back up. Now I'm thinking about. Let me see.
I did not get 9.
Let me see. Yeah,
The dead air.
we're all trying to do the math.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I didn't get 9 either. I'll tell you that right now.
Yes, I know I got Miller. I
missed
know I got
Miller.
Hokitt.
I got
missed
Hokitt.
Johnson.
I missed Johnson.
I got Krylov.
I got Krylov.
Ooh. Wait, so we tied right now?
No.
You got Miller?
No, I think you're up by 1. I missed Miller.
Here, let me
Okay.
just tell you what Ramiro chose.
Yes.
He got O'Malley.
Wait, so let's start from the top at least. Let's not start with the co-main.
Oh, so you picked Paddy, so that's wrong.
Okay. I got Justin.
Uh,
So 1-0.
Wonder about saying PFL production issues, boys.
Okay, but main event, I got Justin, you got Paddy. So
Yes.
I'm up 1.
Ramiro got O'Malley.
Okay. I also got O'Malley.
Okay.
So
Then
2
Ramiro
to 1.
chose Lewis. He
I
got
also
one.
chose Lewis, so still 2-1.
So still 2-1.
All right, and then Ramiro chose Silva over
Oh,
Rose.
I picked Rose, so now
Of
2-2.
course, of course.
2-2.
Okay, and then the next one, Ramiro chose Allen.
Ooh, I picked Silva, so 3-2.
Damn.
Ramiro
I'll do this.
chose Nurmagomedov,
Same.
and
So
then
we'll
Gautier,
4-3.
go Gautier, yes. Nope.
then Krylov,
I'm all fucked up. Okay, yeah. Krylov, so 6-5.
and then did you guys choose Johnson and Perez?
I did Johnson. I picked
Because Ramiro
Johnson.
just has Ramiro. What does this mean here?
Did you pick
No.
Perez or
You
Johnson?
got a little X over here.
Oh, I X'd out the wrong fight. So you automatically get that one, Will.
Well, I lost it anyways.
Oh, okay. So then
Nobody
none
gets
of
it.
us get that one.
So 6-5 still.
All right, and then after that, Ramiro chose Hernandez.
Okay. So that's the one I should have X'd out.
okay.
I picked
Yeah.
the wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. I X'd
Yeah.
out the wrong fight.
And then after that one, who is this guy? Did this fight get canceled? Did we talk about this down here?
We both picked Hockett.
Yeah.
And then lastly, he chose Fugitt.
Oh,
Will takes the
7-5.
belt. Oh,
Will got it?
Will got it. Wait, this was probably the worst way to find out who got this belt, by the way.
Yeah, we
should just see.
Well, no, the method is good. We just need to have a better.
Yeah, for sure.
Show
Yeah. This was hilarious. I think everybody hopped off.
Yeah,
Including-
fuck these guys.
I think this is fun. I had a good time.
So funny. Dude, he just updated it right now as we speak, and the winner is Will. Congrats, Will. 2025 champion.
Back. Hey,
man.
hey, the Fredrickson brothers winning the
Oh,
year.
yeah,
Come
the
on,
Fredrickson brothers.
let's go. Shout out to
Dude.
Brian.
It's like the
Let's go.
Figueiredo brothers. You know what I mean?
Except for winning.
Which one's Figgy? That's what I want to know.
Well, Brian's the one that picked fucking 9 fights correctly. I got 7.
Keith, look at Keith just showing the class
The show in the
right? That
class.
Paddy Pimblett showed last night after that loss. It was a good battle, and saying congrats, Brian. Hey, shout out everybody. Thank you for everybody that submitted your picks. It was a lot of fun. Will was sending me some of the results from the listeners last night, which just goes to show it's fun for us as well as everybody submitting these types of things. It's a blast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for today's episode. I want to remind everybody, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Goes a long way. We're trying to reach 20,000 subscribers, currently at 17K. So tell everybody you know, if you like talking combat sports, join us live. It's a lot of fun. And of course, let's see, who do we have? Blunderbub, Evie, Keith, Anonymous hopped on with one comment that just shut us down. It was awesome. Austin, and did I miss anybody? Brian, of course, the new champion. I think we also had another Brian that was spamming us. They shout out that Brian as well. But hey, thank you everybody that joined us. So I miss you. I apologize. And I want to remind everybody as well, if you don't like watching, but you like listening, we got other ways.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Podcasts, anywhere podcasts are found. But watch it on YouTube. YouTube's the best spot. Twitch is pretty good too, but YouTube, you get to be in the chat. Well, Twitch you do as well, but subscribe on YouTube. Watch on YouTube. It's the best. You get to see the chat. You get to be in the chat. You get to be part of the show. And then you get to see the pictures, the clips, and then follow us on social media at Story the Fight on everything: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, StoryTheFight.com. We'll list everything. Click follow on everything. I think 2026 is gonna be a cool year.
It is.
You know? It's gonna be a cool year.
I'm thinking about this too right now, and look, I bet you anything. Look, Brian, just so you know, Brian, we haven't had a back-to-back champ yet. Okay,
True.
Keith is hot on your tail right now.
Yeah,
The amount of picks, so I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens for this year's picks.
Yes, very, very excited to watch that. Let's see. Next week, I think we have UFC 325. Is that next week? Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, back to back. Oh,
back-to-back numbered events. Volkanovski versus Lopez, the rematch. Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Jesus Christ. Fiziev versus Rufi. Oh my God. Tai Tuivasa's back. Sal Kill versus Malarkey for that Australian versus Australian violence. It's an okay card. It's pretty good. There's some good stuff on here.
there should be a lot of violence.
Yes, a lot of violence. Austin says, "Have a great week, losers." Y'all covered the one card at all in the stream soon. We're not covering this last one that just happened. We'll most likely be covering the next one fight night, which would be, when is that? Upcoming events. Fight night 40, the rematch. Buntan versus Stella, but this time in kickboxing. Goddamn, Nico Carrillo versus Shadow for the interim Muay Thai belt. Oh my God, dude. Adrian Lee is back against Shozo Isojima. Our boy Ben Tynan versus Takauchi. Danny Kingad. Dude, it's a good card. It's a very good card. That's February 13th. So it's going to be a while. We got 20 days until that, but we will be covering that event in 20 days.
There we go. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on the chat. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Story of the Fight.